Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Assassin's Creed 2 here on the Game Professor channel. I'm your host, the Game Professor, and today we are about to embark on a little journey toward the city of Venice. That will be with our good friend Leonardo da Vinci. I am just going to do a quick little look around this building just to see if there's a chest or anything anywhere. I doubt there is. This is a really, tiny little area that you just do a little bit of stuff in. Literally just this travel that we're about to embark on. But, without further ado, let's just jump right in and see what's up with Leonardo.
Leonardo! Ezio? What luck! I have run into a bit of trouble. Let me see if I can help. I know how to fix it, but lack the means to do so. If you could just lift the wagon.
Alright. Good thing we are strong as an ox.
What is this thing? Eh? It looks like a giant bat. Oh, nothing. Just an idea I've been working on. I could not leave it behind. What is it for? Well, I shouldn't really talk about it. Al diavolo. I can't hold it in anymore. Ezio, I think I figured out how to make a man fly. Come on, I'll drive. But I haven't even told you where I'm going.
It's okay, we know Leonardo. And I'm just mentally inserting Eric Whitaker's Leonardo Dreams of His Flying Machine, which is a beautiful, beautiful choral piece. Not my one of my absolute favorites of Eric Whitaker's, but still a really fun one, and one that I've sung. So, Romagna Holiday. Or Romana? I should ask my wife the proper pronunciation for that. Drive Leonardo's carriage toward Venice. So,
Venezia, such a beautiful city. So many sources of inspiration. Ponte di Rialto, Piazza San Marco, l'Arsenale. What's wrong? We're not alone.
Good ears, Ezio.
Who are they? Rodrigo Borgia's men. Why? What do they want with us? I think they want us dead.
Yep.
Leonardo, hi!
Alright. So, this is not the most difficult.
Climb on board! Knock them off! Watch out! Don't let the carriage roll over. Ezio, someone's on top. The shot turns to make the carriage roll.
Well, accidentally caused us to roll, but that's the general idea. You just want to make sure that you get people off the carriage as they get on. Not the most difficult mission, just kind of a little time consuming to get through if you get a little too aggressive. That was probably a little tighter than I should have done. Oops. That wasn't the best. Oop. Well, actually not doing too bad. And like I said, truly not the most difficult sequence. It really is just a matter of... Oops. Oh, well. And that's why you do actually have to be careful about all of the various stuff that is in the way. You don't... There we go. Alright. But I think this is the end of it, if I remember correctly.
Hold on tight. It's going to be a little rough.
That it is. I think this is the end of it anyway. That's unfortunate. Or maybe it's not the end of it. Darn. I know that that's a checkpoint, though. So, that's one part. So yeah, just more stuff to avoid now. Shit. Oh boy. And I'm already dropping minor curses because I'm completely out of Let's Play brain shape. Because it's been so long since I recorded. Because reality hurt my brain. There we go. Come on. There we go. You can also always take advantage of stuff like low-hanging branches. There we go. I do always appreciate that. There we go. Oh, well, darn it. Oof. I am not doing a good job avoiding the fire. That is definitely where I am failing the most right now.
Hold on, Ezio! We're almost there!
Yep. There we go. And this might... There's the end. Yep. Whew.
Go, Leonardo. They are here for me, not you. I'll catch up with you later.
Alright. So now... Just... have to do some fighting now. Oh, of course a brute. So... Come on. There we go. Alright. The brute is definitely who I'm the most concerned about.
Choose your openings carefully, man. This one is no fool.
I might need to switch to my hidden blade just because I can actually sneak in easily with an attack on him, at least. Oof, yep. That's why the brutes suck, because... Oh boy. Come on.
Now, openings carefully, man. This one is no fool.
There we go. Got some damage in on him, at least. Oh, come on. Really? You're having me phase into him? Definitely not in a great spot camera-wise, so...
About time you were put out of our misery.
Alright, there we go. There we go. Never doubt the power of the hidden blades. But... just gonna do some looting. Got some medicine, always good. Not sure why that brought up my notoriety. Interesting. Unless there was a weird extra guard that I came across. Because that should have been a fight that was unavoidable. And yet again... there shouldn't be anything around the area to find. Yeah. Just our lovely light barriers. Gotta love those. So we will go on. Luckily we have a horse here. A couple horses. So let's grab one. And we will continue on our way to where Leonardo is. There we go. Oh. Alright. We'll just keep walking into an invisible wall here, just because it's amusing. But now, we will find ourselves in Forli. Oh man, I apologize for my nose today, everybody. This is my nose has decided to be much more actively annoyed lately. But here we are in Forli. Like I said, you can see we have another assassin tomb on the map. And got a chest over there. Just want to take a look at the map. And yes, there is a viewpoint there, so I'm going to mark that. Just to have that on our radar, I am going to get this chest that I see quickly. Just because, why not? And yeah, still gonna take the horse with us just because there's really no reason to not take the horse with us. I think that's another viewpoint over there. But we will flesh out this city as we go, not to worry. This is a pretty significant city in the grand scheme of the game, so we will not be leaving here forever once we leave. And it's definitely a city that we can take our time to flesh out a bit longer.
My God, has his mind snapped?
Yes, clearly. That is precisely what happened. My mind snapped. That's the descriptor. Oh boy. So, our first viewpoint for Forli. Quickly. I don't remember if Forli has anything. There we are, yes. Gotta have my handy dandy maps, guys. Gotta have my handy dandy maps. Not a lot of feathers. I do believe there's one right by us right now, though. Just double check. Oh. Oh no, I'm not remotely where I thought I was. Okay, cool. In that case, yeah, what we're probably going to do a bit today, mostly, we'll continue on our way to the memory start. We're definitely going to get there in this episode, but what I'll probably do is just get some viewpoints going so that we can flesh out the city a little bit. I do think that there is one feather that we'll be able to get fairly easily, at the very least. And we will be going into the city itself, so can't take our horse, unfortunately. Sorry, Mr. Horse. Oh, I always feel bad, because they follow you so dutifully. Alright, come on. But, yes, there is a feather right there. This is not the one that I thought it was going to be. But a feather all the same. So
Excommunication! Again, the Brotherhood of Misery, Flagellation, and Poverty of Monte Poggio have imperiled their souls, displeasing his
just gonna continue to make sure that I mark them off as we get them. And our viewpoint is just right over here. Ah, chest. I know that I've said this before, but I'm so used to playing without headphones, so I'm used to having to listen much more closely in order to hear the little jingle sound associated with this, with the various findables in these games, and it just blows my mind how loud it is with headphones. And I see another feather off in the distance, and I see which one it is on my map as well. Also, just to show you where that first one was, I want to actually try to show people where stuff is. It was right over here, basically kind of right between the Codex page, Doctor, and Taylor. This next one that I see is approximately right over there, and then there's another one. Make sure I get the right complex. Is right over there. So, I'm not going to get those right now. Like I said, I'm mostly just going to focus on getting viewpoints as we are working our way toward the memory start. But we will come back. We'll get all the codex pages. We will really flesh out the city as a whole. There are several missions that take place here, so it's not a game, or it's not a city that's just a pass-through city. I also know that one of the DLCs is very specifically within Forli, so, and I think I know which one this is. Yes, I remembered. So we will take care of this glyph while we're at it as well.
To stop the cycle, to tell the secret. Ugh, shit. I've got to keep thinking through the headaches.
Man. Subject 15, not in good shape. From Nikola Tesla, the economic transmission of power without wires is of all-surpassing importance to man. By its means, he will gain complete mastery of the air, the sea, and the desert. It will enable him to dispense the necessity of mining, pumping, transporting, and burning fuel, and so do away with innumerable causes of sinful waste. It will make the living glorious sun his obedient, toiling slave. It will bring peace and harmony on Earth. Okay. So we're just powering up light bulbs. And interestingly, that letter, I'm assuming was, if it is real, which some of these documents that they include in this game are real, is simply referring to like the Tesla coil and electronics in general. But there's also something very distinctly, looks like that's what we're looking for there. That's the thing that's standing out. But I do want to just see if there's anything hidden. There we are. Fights between individuals as well as governments and nations invariably result from misunderstandings in the broadest interpretation of this term. Okay, interesting. Another. Money does not represent such a value as men have placed upon it. All my money has been invested into experiments with which I have made new discoveries enabling mankind to have a little easier life. Okay. Misunderstandings are always caused by the inability of appreciating one another's point of view. The best way to dispel ignorance of the doings of others is by a systematic spread of general knowledge. With this object in view, it is most important to aid exchange of thought and intercourse. These are some smart musings. It's almost like he was a really smart man. But what I was trying to say before I got distracted by all of the little messages.
He found it in Croatia.
Even though I believe he's simply talking about the use of electricity, it really sounds like he's talking about solar power specifically. When, especially today, where we think of the consumption of fuels, this also includes fuels that we are consuming to create electricity at this point. So, that looks like something in code. Interesting. Oh, there we are. There's our piece of Eden. Just make sure there's nothing else. A equals C. Oh, it actually gives us the ability to decipher that. Ooh, well then. I'm just going to very quickly take a couple screenshots of this just to basically try to be able to do this. I wish that I could see more of this in one go. And what I'll try to do at some point, I guess, is actually let y'all know what it is decrypted, because that I've never actually taken the time to decrypt any of this stuff, and I've also never personally looked it up either, but still very interesting.
He found it in Croatia. They would find it in his lab.
Okay. So, there we go. And we're over halfway through finding the truth, so we are really powering through that whole process. Very cool. Alright. So, our next viewpoint is up here. Let's see here. Can I climb over here? Looks like I can. At least a little bit. There we go. Alright. And then I think we'll maybe have 2 or 3 more viewpoints to get before we get to the memory start. And then, depending on timing, we will either actually get on a ferry to Venice, or we will start the next episode with a funny little bit where we get ourselves the ability to go to Venice. And this is, this is one of my favorite settings in the game. I love Forli. I think it's just beautiful, and it's just a fun setting to be in as well. There we go. There's our hay bale. Alright. There we go. And yeah, it looks like one more viewpoint that we definitely need to get. So, very nice. Like I said, just a quick trek through the city. Nothing too crazy. We have plenty of time to go through this city more fully. And truly, logically speaking, it makes sense that Ezio would work through this city quickly. Upon this initial arrival, he wouldn't be spending the time to go after a ton of stuff when he literally knows that Leonardo is probably waiting for him. So, yeah. Trying to keep at least a certain degree of realism in mind with how I approach the missions this time. Or for this game, I should say. Not that I don't think that what I did in the first game is realistic, but the setup of that game is kind of inherently less realistic. Yep. You can see from the subtitles that Leonardo is already calling to us. So, we can't hear him quite yet, but he is calling. And yeah, I think we will actually end up on the boat to Venice this episode. Might even do a little bit in Venice as well. There is technically another bit of the truth that I could go for in that building. I don't remember precisely where it is, though. Yeah, we have time. We have time. Let's take a quick look. Quick look at the very least. It never hurts to try to get some more of the truth. There we go. Well, got some money. I will never say no to money. And be quiet. Let's see here. Got a feather there. Since the feather's right there and taunting me at this point, yes, I will get the feather. And let me see here. Is it worth? I can't assassinate him. We'll ignore the fact that he would definitely see the fact that there's someone holding on to this building. And he would definitely see me dangling. There we go. I kind of hate to assassinate him, but I'm also like, eh. Right now you're actively preventing me from being able to check out the roof, which is a really good way to try to figure out where this symbol is. And this is telling me that it's somewhere on one of the lower structures. Ooh, there we go. That's some good fun there. The question is, where? And Leonardo is really annoying with his incessant calling at you. So, I apologize. I do just... I like to take the time to do this. It taunts me. The truth taunts me. There. Nope. Well. Oop. Of course I didn't do it long enough. Naturally. Alright. I am certain that it's that building. I think anyway. Now I'm not so sure, which is great. What a great position to be in with that. Is now not being certain that I even know which building it is. It's fine. It is all good. On that note, though, we will go check in with Leonardo.
Ezio, here!
And what we will do, we'll finish up with this little interaction and we'll start the next episode with the fun little lady-related interaction.
Thank you, Ezio. You saved my life.
I did what had to be done. You would have done the same.
I doubt it. Bravery is not my strong suit. I owe you a debt, brother.
Di niente. Tutti a bordo! Fra poco si salpa!
That's our traghetto. Venezia waits.
All right.
Where's your pass?
What pass? You don't have a pass?
You cannot enter Venezia without a pass. Who invited you?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Basta! No pass, no entrance!
Don't worry, Leonardo. I'll come up with something.
Don't just stand there! I need help!
All right. Tutti a bordo. Help the screaming woman get back to the docks. All right, so this is where we will end this episode, guys, and next time we will help this lovely young woman get back to the docks. And even though this seems like it's setting up a damsel in distress sort of situation, she's really not a damsel in distress. So, until next time, everybody, this is your Game Professor signing off. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so that you always know when I have new videos coming out, and follow the links in the description to the Facebook page, Discord server, and if you are so inclined, the Patreon, so that you can support me by becoming a game scholar. But until next time, everybody, as I said, this is your Game Professor signing off. I will see you then.